Now remember that bedroom of ours? Well, let me tell you something. We've taken you through stage 1, stage 2. Love these new expanded formats. Now we're going to take a little walk down to the beach to our bedroom, totally done to the nines. You want to take a look? Well, you do, don't you? Well, grab your board, throw it in the woody, and come on. Now you remember this room, how do we say, shipwrecked? But look at it now, complete with a bed that invites in the sea breezes. Hello, matey. Isn't this spectacular? I bet you were going, oh, Christopher, I don't know if this one's gonna work or not. Yes, now these are the exact same 4 columns that we made out of the flanges, the piping, and the 3 discs of plywood. Isn't this stunning? We've just simply pleated each one of these columns. Let me show you right over here. We have a disc that goes way up top here, and up top here we also dress it with a little bit of finial. Our second one is right in here. Let me open this up and show you. There is the Christmas lights all lit up. There's your discs. Isn't that fabulous? Gee, somebody's having a cocktail party in there. I think little ledges. Okay, so that all closes up like that. And then to really sort of help sell and integrate another new texture in the room, we've used a lot of rope. You see it at the top and the bottom of each one of these columns, but you also see it where we've now painted our walls a beautiful dark color, and we've accented our trim in a lovely cream color. We have a nice big hemp rope here, which is so great looking. It gives it that real nautical touch. Now, remember the door that I showed you here? This has a tongue and groove panel that we just put right over the original core door. And this is the coolest thing. As you walk and you step into this, you see this wonderful holograph, which is so fabulous, of a little aquarium inside. And that actually gets hit by this overhead light that shoots the little spot right in there, which is so great. So now that the bed is all done and the columns are up, we also just took a store-bought big, what they call a box netting. It comes just like this out of the package. We just lay this over the top and stapled it on top of each of the 4 posts, and you're in business. Between this and the wonderful background now with our big porthole mirror, again a smaller bit of rope around that, against the terry cloth headboard, you're in business, and so inexpensive as well. Now, as we work our way around the room, you really see where the color of the walls comes into play. Normally, you'd associate a seaside room with that sort of theme by being very white walls. Remember what I tell you about that? You got that warmth thing going on there. You need that for warmth, so the contrast of the natural materials against your background color, remember that's layer number 1, really sets off the room. Here you see it, of course, in our wainscoting, and you see it in the light furniture. Now, you'll also see a lot of natural wood, and you'll see a lot of shells. Remember we talked about shells way at the very beginning when we were assessing the room. So you'll see shells working, and you know, shells are cheap. If you look over here, look at our vanity. Now, didn't this turn out great? You remember our poles here. All we've simply done with the poles now is we've just wrapped them very tightly with yet another kind of rope, which is great, and then just capped it off with a starfish. It's really cute, but it's actually kind of handsome looking too. Then this fabric just simply lays over the top of the whole thing. It starts from the floor, goes all the way up to the top, and all the way back on the other side. Now, of course, it is a vanity, so we need to have a mirror, and again, since we've using the rope as our edging, we've done that around there too, but look in here. Isn't this a great little landscape? It's like a day at the beach. And I just gathered a couple of things from some of the stores to show you how really simple it is to find a lot of shell motif stuff, especially around springtime, so that you don't have to go to the beach in order to get the stuff, okay? Now, the same thing we've done on this side of the room, we've done on that side of the room as well. To add height to both ends, we've used both of the topiaries, and then to keep the eye coming up to the crown molding, we've added these great big tin stars, which again, it's the natural organic materials that really help give you that sort of feeling that you're at the ocean or beach side. Now also here, we've got a little vanity. We just simply took a little stool and we just simply covered it, a little flea market find, covered it with a little shell tassel, and again, here's the same terry cloth that we used on the other side of the room. So as we work our way around, you notice that we've taken the weathered wood motif and we've pretty much dispersed it evenly around the room. You see it here, and you also see it on this side of the room as well in our furniture. Remember when I said to you what a great window treatment this would be if we made it out of cardboard? I'm sure you all went, yeah, right. Isn't this spectacular? Yes, it's just a matter of sculpting cardboard so it really works beautifully. Now, it's done in 3 layers. First, there's the cardboard layer, then underneath that is a double layer of shell fabric, which I think is quite smart, and then underneath that is a sheer fabric that's got a little bit of a very thin rope running through it as well, which really makes it work. And of course, now over here we have wonderful seating, and we've just taken a couple of hampers that we got at a regular towel store, and we've got additional seating here. So in this room, we've got a beautiful big bed and our side tables, a wonderful grouping here, a beautiful vanity area here, another seating area, and a whole little secretary area over that. So the next time you feel like you're a little boxed in, or you really can't take a vacation, or you're living in some apartment that has a lousy view, you know what? This just proves you can bring the ocean to you. Wasn't that a great looking transformation? Now, you know that bed does not necessarily have to be done in that color. Just by shearing those columns in whatever color you want, you can make it look country, you can make it look any way you want. I think one of the reasons why this subject is so popular is for very little money, you can really achieve a wonderful transportive atmosphere. Now, make sure you get the sand out of your shoes before you go back in the house.